Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very, very special episode of Rock and Roll English, because I am here to talk to you openly and honestly about something terrible, and I mean terrible, that I have decided to do. But let me tell you the whole story. You know I love a story, so let's begin at the beginning. Always a good place to start, isn't it? Now, I'm sure you've heard me say this if you've listened to other podcasts, that in the past, many moons ago, I had a really good job at a bank in London. But I wasn't happy, so I made a big change in my life and then I moved to Italy. I'm sure you've heard this, so I'm going quick on this part of the story. So obviously I started teaching English there. I loved that. I worked in various different English schools, but then I settled, let's say, at a school in Palermo, a school which I loved, and even now I still love that school. I had such a great time of my life there. It's strange, isn't it, how when we work places we get emotionally attached, because I certainly am emotionally attached to that school. But anyway, whilst I was working at that school, I started something called Rock and Roll English. Have you ever heard of that? Now, that was in 2017, the very beginning, January 2017, and it was just a bit of fun. I honestly had no expectations at the beginning. Of course, I hoped it could become something in the future, but I went into it with zero expectations. I actually was inspired by a book I read by Richard Branson. You know him, he's famous, he's got lots of money, pretty successful in business, and he said in this book, don't think about business and making money, think about having fun and the rest will follow. So that's what I did with Rock and Roll English. And for years, Rock and Roll English was just a side thing. I had my job and then I came home and then I worked on Rock and Roll English. Obviously, before I had children, that wouldn't actually be possible now. And then with Mrs. R&R, we decided together to move back to the UK because we thought we would like to raise our family here. So obviously that meant I couldn't keep my job at the school in Palermo, even though I enjoyed working there. So I decided to fly solo, to work for myself, and that is really scary. If anyone works for themselves, they will understand this, because there are no guarantees. If I'm sick, I don't get money. If I have a baby and need to take some time off, I don't get money. And that obviously happened this year when the new baby R&R arrived and I took 2 complete weeks off work. So obviously I was very poor in those 2 weeks. And even now, I sometimes think, oh my God, I am totally crazy. What the hell am I doing? And even now, I still sometimes have thoughts about, oh, should I go back to Palermo and go back to that safe job where every month I got paid and it was just so nice, so easy. But at the same time, I have a dream. Like Martin Luther King, all Martins have dreams, you see, and that is to make an impact on the world and to be remembered. I often think about this with the podcast. If I die tomorrow, at least my children can listen to me on these podcasts and get to know me. But anyway, that's actually why I quit the bank, as I never felt like I was making an impact, so it was boring, even if I was rich. So in order to make this impact on the world, I need to reach more people. So that's why I have decided to do something terrible. Okay, something I thought I would never, ever do. Are you ready? I have decided to start being really active on social media and making those annoying reels. You know, the ones where you're flicking through Instagram and someone's lip reading and doing all of this stupid stuff. I honestly never thought I would do that. I kept saying, no, I am never going to make those stupid videos. But lately, I've realized it's just part of my job. It's part of my mission. So if I want to make this impact, if I want to reach more people, I need to do it. It's a way for people to find me and a way to grow. And most importantly, if I want to support my family, Mrs. R&R, the 2 R&R babies, I need to do this. I need to grow, as I need to reach more people and show them how I can help them. And I certainly will not do that by sitting in my bedroom telling people how much I dislike social media and especially Reels. So I have fully 100% changed now. I am a Reels person, a social media person. And I must say, I actually quite enjoy making these Reels. It's quite fun. The other day I made a Reel that involved wearing 14 different outfits, constantly getting dressed, taking pictures of myself. And as I was taking my clothes on and off, I thought to myself, my God, this is so much more fun than working in the bank. So I plan to give lots of valuable free content on social media that will hopefully help you. And of course, I'm not going to lie. As I said, this is a very open and honest podcast. I will promote my online course, Jungle Listening, as I truly believe there is nothing else like it on the market, and it really does change lives. Now, I could keep talking about the course and all of the wonderful things people have said about it, but that is not the point of this podcast. So, what is the point of this podcast? Well, if you have enjoyed my podcasts, not this one's probably quite boring, all of the other 300, and got some value from them, I would like to ask you a very small, simple favour. Please follow me on social media, and when you see one of my stupid videos, hit that like button, because let me tell you why. By doing so, you are really helping me and also my family, Mrs. R&R and the R&R babies, because this is the way I support them. Rock and Roll English is my job. It's my life. And the more likes these stupid videos get, the more chance there is of other people seeing these stupid videos, which means I will be able to help more people, and by doing that, I will be able to provide a better life for my family. Now, I know maybe you're not so generous with likes. I know I'm not. I often watch videos, enjoy them, or I read something, I laugh, and I still think, you know what, I have to move my thumb to click that like button. Fuck it. I'm not going to do that. But I always, and I mean always, like the videos and posts of my friends that have small businesses, because I know it's helping them, because I am in the same situation. So I would like to think that you see me as a friend, okay? Because we have spent hours together in some way, even if I have never spoken to you. If you have listened to 100, 200 episodes, that means that you have listened to me a lot, and I'm sure you feel like you know me. I have the same feeling with people that make podcasts that I listen to. And I am a small business too, trying to survive in this horrible, disgusting corporate world that we live in. So a simple way to help me is just clicking that like button when you see one of my posts, even if the post is a bit shit. And let's face it, they probably are, because I don't have a video editor or anyone writing these scripts or anything like that. It's just me. And maybe sometimes this may be asking too much, but leave a comment. Remember, it's me that responds, so you are talking directly to me. I do not have people working for me because I am a very small business. So please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and now even TikTok. Again, I said I will never join TikTok, but now I have 7 followers at the moment. So this really is what being famous is. I'm hoping to reach 10 in the next few days, so please help me reach that milestone. My username for all of these platforms is Rock and Roll English, written rock and roll English all together, no spaces. I'll put some links into this podcast anyway to find me on all of those platforms, but it's quite simple. So find me there, give me a follow, give me a like, and maybe, just maybe, if you're feeling really generous, speak to me and leave me a comment. And you will be helping my little business, Rock and Roll English, change the world. And you will also be helping my little family, Mrs. R&R, and the 2 R&R babies. And I promise you, I will be forever grateful to you. I ask nothing else. I am not asking you to buy anything. Just help me leave my impact on the world and help my family by clicking a thumbs up button on your phone. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Also, if you have other friends that have small businesses, please support them in the same way. Maybe they have not spoken to you like this to tell you these things, but I guarantee for them it's exactly the same. All of us small businesses, let's fight together. Let's fight the corporate bastards. Anyway, I will talk to you very soon, but in the meantime, just keep on rocking, baby.